Ever feel so desperate you'd do anything for money? For Seong Gi-hun, a down-in-his-luck gambling addict, that desperation becomes his reality. One slap, one card, and one decision pulls him into a nightmare he can't escape. It all starts in a subway station with a well-dressed man offering a simple game. Win, and you get cash. Lose, and you get slapped. But this seemingly innocent game is just an audition. The card he receives holds a phone number, a last-ditch hope for his mounting debts. Along with hundreds of others, Gi-hun calls the number and is whisked away to a secret island, drugged and stripped of his identity, becoming player 456. They all promised a life-changing fortune if they can just win 6 simple children's games. It sounds too good to be true, and soon they'll find out it is. The first game is announced. Red light, green light. Seems easy enough, right? But the moment the first player moves during red light, the game's true nature is revealed. The giant doll's eyes are motion sensors, and a sniper rifle takes out the player instantly. Panic erupts. People run, scream. The moment players realize this isn't a game anymore, it's an execution disguised as childhood fun, Gi-hun freezes. But with the help of an older player, Oh-ilnam, and a desperate push from his childhood friend, Cho Sang-woo, he barely survives. Out of 456 players, over half are eliminated in the first few minutes. The survivors are horrified. They vote to leave, and surprisingly, the game masters agree. But once back in their miserable lives, the crushing weight of their debts forces most of them to return. The island, as horrific as it is, now represents their only hope. Back on the island, the atmosphere is tense. The players know the stakes. Survival becomes the only goal, and alliances are formed out of necessity. Gi-hun teams up with the wise old man, Oh-ilnam, his cunning friend, Sung-woo, the resourceful North Korean defector, Kong Sabyok, and the kind-hearted Pakistani immigrant, Ali Abdul. This small group becomes a makeshift family, trying to watch each other's backs. But in Squid Game, friendship is temporary, survival is everything. The second game, Dalgona, or the Honeycomb Challenge, tests their precision and nerves. Players must carve out a shape from a piece of honeycomb candy without it breaking. Sung-woo, having figured out the game beforehand, selfishly keeps the information to himself, choosing the easiest shape and leaving his team to fend for themselves. Gi-hun gets the hardest shape, an umbrella. He's on the verge of failure until he has a stroke of genius. He starts licking the back of the honeycomb to melt the sugar, allowing him to free the shape just in time. The games aren't the only danger. After lights out, a brutal riot breaks out, orchestrated by the thug Jang Deoksu. Players turn on each other, and survival becomes a 24/7 struggle. This is when the true darkness of human nature begins to show. Betrayals become commonplace. During a game of marbles, Sung-woo tricks his trusting friend Ali into giving up his marbles, leading to Ali's heartbreaking elimination. Gi-hun is forced to outsmart the old man Ilnam, who seems to be suffering from dementia, only to discover Ilnam let him win. Every choice is a matter of life and death, and the bonds of friendship are shattered by the primal need to survive. While the players fight for their lives, another story unfolds behind the scenes. Behind every mask is a system built to watch suffering for entertainment. We meet Hwang Jun-ho, a police officer who infiltrates the game searching for his missing brother. Disguised as one of the pink-suited guards, he uncovers the terrifying inner workings of the organization. He discovers a black market organ harvesting ring run by some of the guards, who collude with a player doctor to sell the bodies of dead contestants. The system is corrupt from the inside out. Junho risks everything to gather evidence, navigating the labyrinthine complex and avoiding the watchful eye of the frontman, the enigmatic leader in the black mask. The guards are just as trapped as the players, stripped of their names and forced to follow brutal rules. Any mistake, any sign of individuality, results in their immediate execution. The entire operation is a well-oiled machine of cruelty, designed to keep the games running smoothly and the participants dehumanized. Junho's investigation leads him to a shocking discovery. His missing brother is not a player, but the frontman himself. In a dramatic confrontation on a cliffside, the frontman reveals his identity before shooting Junho, who falls into the sea. The system protects its secrets at all costs. The guards, the frontman, the entire hierarchy at S, all built to ensure the bloody spectacle continues uninterrupted for the amusement of a select few. And who are these people watching? The players aren't the monsters, the people watching them are. In the fifth game, the glass bridge, the spectacle reaches a new level of depravity. A group of wealthy, English-speaking VIPs arrives to watch the final games live. They lounge on gold couches, sipping expensive drinks and betting on human lives as if they were watching a horse race. Their casual cruelty is sickening. They find the fear, the desperation, and the deaths of the players to be thrilling entertainment. Their presence reveals the true purpose of the games. It's a sick form of amusement for the bored and ultra-rich who have lost all sense of morality. They treat human suffering as a commodity, a show put on for their pleasure. This is the true evil of Squid Game. It's not just about the desperate people forced to play. It's about the powerful people who orchestrate it all, feeding off the misery of others. The glass bridge game itself is a brutal test of luck and sacrifice. Players must cross a bridge made of two types of glass panels, one tempered, one not. One wrong step sends them plummeting to their death. It's here that Sang-woo's ruthlessness is fully displayed when he pushes another player to his death to find the next safe panel. The final three survivors are Gi-hun, Sang-woo, and Sabiok. But Sabiok is severely injured by flying glass from the explosion of the bridge. Back in the dorm, her condition worsens. As Gi-hun runs to get help, Sang-woo seizes the opportunity and kills her, ensuring they move on to the final round as a pair. The final game is Squid Game, the very same game Gi-hun and Sang-woo played as kids. But this is no longer a children's game. It's a brutal fight to the death between two former friends, now bitter rivals. They battle in the pouring rain, a culmination of all the pain, betrayal, and trauma they've endured. Gi-hun, fueled by rage and a desire for justice for those who died, eventually overpowers Sang-woo. He stands over his friend, knife in hand, just moments away from winning the 45.6 billion won. But he can't do it. He remembers the clause that allows the game to end if the majority agrees. He offers his hand to Sang-woo, willing to give up the prize money to save what's left of their humanity. But Sang-woo, consumed by guilt and shame, makes one final, tragic choice. He stabs himself in the neck, telling Gi-hun to use the prize money to help his mother. Gi-hun wins, but at what cost? He is airlifted out, clutching the golden piggy bank filled with blood money. Winning the game doesn't make you rich, it leaves you broken. He returns to a world that feels alien. He finds his mother has passed away. The money is meaningless. He is haunted by the faces of those who died, unable to touch the prize money for a full year. He's a ghost, a survivor plagued by guilt. The victory is empty, a painful reminder of the price of survival. After a year of living in a daze, Gi-hun receives another gold card. It's an invitation from his Gi Ganbu, the old man he thought he'd let die in the marble game. He finds Unam on his deathbed in a luxurious high resort. Here, the final, most devastating secret is revealed. The old man, player 001, wasn't just a player. He was the creator of the games. He was one of the bored, rich VIPs who, dying of a brain tumor, decided to join the game for one last thrill, to feel something real again. He confesses that he and his wealthy clients created the games to cure their boredom, betting on people's lives for sport. He even makes one final bet with Gi-hun, wagering on whether anyone will help a freezing homeless man on the street below before midnight. Just as it seems Ilnam will win, someone does stop to help. But the old man dies before he can see it, leaving Gi-hun with the horrifying truth. The entire ordeal was built on the whims of a man who had everything and felt nothing. This revelation changes Gi-hun. He finally gets a haircut, dyes his hair bright red, and starts to use the money. He fulfills his promises, giving a share of the winnings to Songwoo's mother and rescuing Sabayok's brother from the orphanage. He's finally ready to move on, to go to America and see his daughter. But on his way to the airport, he sees the same salesman from the beginning, recruiting another desperate soul. Gi-hun confronts him, snatches the card, and calls the number. He warns the front man that he can't forgive them. Instead of getting on the plane, he turns back. The game isn't over. Surviving Squid Game doesn't end the story. It starts a rebellion. And that sets the stage for a second season we can't wait to see. Thanks for watching. If you want more deep dives like this, hit that subscribe button.